Yo, yo, what's up? Welcome back. Function House, Tuesday night, live from Red Hook. You know how we do it every Tuesday. Mike Gentili, Anthony Vitale, and we are welcoming back.
You know who it is, one and only DJ Sinatra. I'm back in the building, Function House. What's going on? Wow. 2 years, we still...
Man needs no introduction.
Two years, we still here.
He whipped out those sunglasses. Make sure you talk into the mic.
Yo, this light is so bright, you know what I'm saying? But
that's it, bro.
Nah, this is how it's going down. I like to see that this is still going on 2 years later, and I got a story to tell. So we got a lot of things that changed, a lot of things that happened, and I'm really excited to be back.
Okay.
So what's up? How you guys doing?
Good that we got you home. You're always away.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. This game, you got to stay hot. You got to stay relevant. You got to stay moving and grooving. You have to stay in the street. You have to keep your ear to the street. And I'm trying to do that, man. Trying to stay out, stay relevant, stay surviving, making money, and making people dance and making people happy, you know?
So talk to us about this DJ game, man.
So,
what's going on?
Man, this DJ game is crazy right now, but... You know, it's a gift and a curse with everything that's been going on, you know. But I think in every kind of every job, every you know, way that you work and whatever you do, there's challenges that you're gonna face, and there's things that you know you have to take the good with the bad. So with that being said, sometimes you gotta let your ego go a little bit, and you have to do things just to make it right and to make things happen, because you might have something bigger happen just because you did something for.
So I mean, every DJ is facing challenges. What are some of the challenges you're facing right now?
I mean,
now?
I don't like to say I face challenges, because I feel like I'm having fun. I'm still doing everything I love to do. I just feel like, you know, a lot of the game has been saturated with a lot of DJs, and you know, clubs got hip to it. They're trying to get locals to fill in spots of where headliners would be, and you know, trying to save money. People maybe not popping off in certain clubs. The game changed a lot with, like, you know, referring to like bottle service, and you can find a sick party now in Bushwick in a beer garden it's going off, and it's not going to cost you $5,000 to get inside. So, you know, it's a lot of adjustments. A lot of things have changed, but one thing that I noticed that has been consistent is the energy of the music, and it's changed a little bit, but the energy of the music is still there. Music is gotten as big as I've seen it in pretty much my entire life, in the DJ life and in my regular life. I mean, you just have to keep moving with it. Like, if you get stuck in what you're doing and in one era of time, the world's going fast, man. You have to keep pace. You know, that's how I feel, and that's how I try to keep up, and I try to, you know, still stay true to my roots, but I'm moving with the times, and I'm keeping things fresh.
So you were out in Asia for a while.
Yeah, I was in Tokyo from last August, 2017, at the end of August, for One Oak Tokyo. They had a grand opening. I was the resident DJ until I came back home a couple of times, but I was there from basically the end of August through the middle of January as their resident. I mean, tremendous experience, so many fans and out there, and like the love is crazy.
So now that was your first time back in a long time, right?
Yeah.
So what was that experience like, going back after so long?
Well, going back, I mean, I see so many friends that I had from before, so many new, like, you see, like, as the younger generation comes up, they didn't get to see me when I was there in 2007. They were probably 8 years old, 10 years old. Now they're 20, and I'm in the club still there doing my thing. And they're out partying, and, you know, we're doing our thing, and the club is, like, ridiculous. It's, like, definitely, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's probably one of the most beautiful clubs I've seen in some time. It's the way they crafted it, the way they made it, the leather, from the leather to the lights to the system to the bar. It's a gorgeous club.
Sound system's good?
I had the best sound system, and I got to break it in. I was banging on that, and I don't even know, but someone blew the sub, but it wasn't me. Nah, but they got to put bigger subs in because they wanted us to, you know, we had live performances. We had Tiger perform. We had Made in Tokyo perform. We had I'm trying to remember. We had PME like on New Year's Eve with Austin Mahone. It was kind of cool, like some pop star stuff. Like, we had so many different vibes, and it was it was so cool, and just to be experiencing it and be the first one to crack the doors open, it was amazing.
So being away for 6 months, when you come back, do you feel like you have to get back into like were you on top of the music while you were over there? Were you talking to promoters and stuff like that while you were away?
I tell you the truth, like I did come home for a couple of weeks, did some work in New York. I had to come home for Fashion Week. I had to come home to do some gigs I had prior commitments to, so I had to fly all the way home just to do that. So when I did that, I came back home, everything's the same. And to be honest with you, over there, they were up on everything because I was making sure they were up on everything. So we were playing the newest songs. There was no like latency on the music, and like they were like legit getting the songs firsthand. Like I was playing whatever the hottest records were there, so they could be no one saying like, oh, they're left behind or they're a year behind. They're not. They were up to date probably more than anyone else because I was there. That's how I feel. But the crowd was very receptive. They loved it. Every week I did a party like on a Thursday where I used to end the night with one artist. I would say like a Thursday night I'd be like, okay, we're going to finish tonight with only Kanye West. And from 4 to 5 a.m., I only played Kanye West one week. Then another week I went and I played only Lil Wayne, only Drake, only Jay-Z, only like Biggie. But like, like Biggie is one of my favorite artists of all time. Everybody knows that. But, once you run through the Biggie catalog, we can make it last for an hour, right? So I did that too. And just the kids look forward to like who was going to be the next thing and who was going to be the next week. So I kind of like try to brand that kind of vibe on a Thursday, on like an off night where it wasn't a Friday, Saturday when it was slammed, because that you had to really come with the hits. And
how many nights a week were they open?
Well, they were open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we started a Tuesday party, and then I would try to do like 2 or 3 days a week. But I was there like basically whenever I wanted to because it was basically it's like our clubhouse. It was our hangout. We got to party in a really sick club in a sick city, and it was really nothing else to talk about. That's like the DJ's dream.
Were you able to do any other dates in Asia while you were over there?
We attempted to do a couple of things, but they kind of conflicted with where I was already at and what I was doing, and just didn't work out. But I'm going to do One Oak Dubai in the end of August, so that's something that just popped up. And One Oak is a great company to work for. It's a club has been around for over 11 years now, like I think 11 years, and it's still one of the hottest spots in the city. I was just there on Friday night, packed till 4:30 in the morning. I'm just lucky to be one of the guys that they choose to pick to DJ there, and I just taking it and keeping it going. So
you're always in the studio. Every time we speak, you're in the studio. What's going on in the studio?
Yeah, I had a studio for 3 years with my boy Nem. We came up here 2 years ago. We did a couple of shows. Shout out to everybody who came through then. The studio's dope. We were making music, and I left for Japan, so I kind of wasn't going to keep a studio while I was gone for 6 months. So we decided to close it down and revisit it, when I got back home. But before that, I was working with an artist. Shout out to Kamzi. She's a talented artist out of Queens, and I met her while I was spinning. She's just like, yo, man, I made a song in my room. Can you play it? I was like, what? And she sent it to me, and I listened to it real quick, and I played it. A couple of weeks later, she said the same thing. I made another song. It's like, yo, you got to come to my studio. And within 6 sessions, we made 12 songs, I think, and we put it out. It's on SoundCloud now. It's called High Talks 2, produced by myself and them. Kamzi wrote the whole shit. She's super talented, and I'm looking forward to the future, see what she's going to be doing. So then I decided when I came back home that I really wanted to focus on making my own album. Kind of like DJ Khaled does it, but I wanted to do, my own version. Obviously, I can't call Rihanna, not yet. I can't call French, but I will. But, what I'm saying? I'm just going to work with the artists that I've been working with. Daytona, what I'm saying? Nem, Kamzi, Turbs, Dalton, Big Daffy. We just out here, shout to Stacks. We're just trying to make New York and put this shit in motion and do what we want to do. So I figure I'm a DJ, right? So why shouldn't I make songs that I could play while I'm DJing?
Of course.
So that's what I've basically been doing. Been locking in. Shout to Goose, shout to Scram. We've been just in the studio just cooking up songs, whatever it takes, Then I could go test it out at the club right away. And now I just made a little setup in my crib, so I'm at home. Vanessa hooked me up. She's like, you get this little space. You could just make it cute. Just make it cute. And I brought my equipment out of the storage, and we set it up. And I'm in my house now. I'm like cooking up, and then I'll go to the studio with Turbs and Goots and Dalton, and we'll be out there, and we just make our own shit and make songs, and that's where we're at right now. You know?
A lot of time goes into being in the studio with artists.
Absolutely.
How do you pick who you want to work with, and how do you know if they're for real or not?
I mean, look, man, I met a guy. His name is Champagne. I met him on Instagram. We haven't even physically met in person. I liked he's always promoting his music to me, right? So I was like, this is cool. I like this vibe. I was like, all right, cool. Showed him love. He's like, yo, can you, give me some, show me some love on IG, whatever. So I said, yo, I have a beat that I think that you would be great on. And I sent him the beat. I sent him 2 beats. He said, yo, I'm going off the rip right now. I'm killing this one beat. But I was like, that one's dope, but I think the other one would be ill. So he's like, I like that one. That's fire. So he goes, look, I'm going to send you something tomorrow. The next day, he sends me a song, full song. Like, I never even met him. I don't even know what he looks like. I mean, I seen one picture on his Instagram. But it's not even about, like, it's about having relationships. It's about reaching out. I made a post on Instagram about just how I'm working on this project, and like so many people, we all know someone who's working on music. We all know somebody who's doing, somebody who's trying to get on. So like I got so many tags that day. Everyone was like, yo, you should hit this guy up. You should hit that guy up. And I hit up a bunch of people. A bunch of people hit me up. We connected. We tried to do some remixes. I met an artist, Azara's from LA. She's working on her song. She just dropped it, Dimensions. It's kind of dope. I'm working on a remix for that song. Some other rappers, Big Daffy. He's like really awesome artist right now, and I'm working on a song that I'm trying to put out with him. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's still in the works, but I'm trying to do a 5 to 6 song project, put it out. Oh, I can't even forget. I got my girl Crush, Alex Crush. She's ill as ill. She signed to Swizzy, and she's one of his artists, and we have a 6 song that I have her on. She's popping in the clubs and in New York, and she's actually from the hood. So, I'm just trying to meet a bunch of different people, work with a bunch of different people, and just keep it keep it going with just not one set person. Like, I feel like I'm more valuable if I work with 10 artists than just one artist.
What label do you put these tracks out on when you guys make these tracks?
Well, we haven't really decided that part yet. I mean, right now, I'm doing everything independently. I still have La Cocina Music. That's still a go. And I just want to see what's going to happen. I want to just put it out, see what the fans think, see what the people think, because basically I could love the record all I want, but if the fans don't like it, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Are you testing these records out in the
club?
club?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the best opportunity because I could play these records prime time where I am. I try to try to get them. I won't ever play something that's gonna mess up a crowd, but I will test it out and see if it rocks or not. And I've been getting a lot of good feedback on a lot of records that I've been testing out lately. And that's
got to be a challenge, though.
It is a challenge because
to try to break a record in these.
Well, you know
clubs.
where to fit them in when you're making them. You're like, oh, this could fit in right after this.
Right. And that's the thing. When we're making music now, we're trying to make records that could go with the next record that's gonna make this something that you could play right after this song that's gonna go with that song. That's how a lot of producers I feel do make music, because if you have the hottest record in the world, and it's that song, what are you going to play either before it or after it? So you try to make something like that and use that as a guide. That's how I look at it. And so, yeah, I get a chance to test them out. I get a chance to see if the crowd, sometimes when a song's not a hit, nobody knows it, the crowd's not going to react right away. But if the beat is good and it's got a good hook and it's vibes with what you're doing, they might not even notice that they just think it's a song they don't know. And they try to Shazam, and they run up to the booth like, hey, what is this?
You got to play it after one of Drake's hits.
Well, that's what I do. I line them up.
Yep.
I line them up with the hottest records that are out, and I'll mix them in between those records. And let me tell you, I've had good experiences with it, and I could tell right away if I feel it sucked the energy out of the room, it's gonna come off within a verse. You could just vibe. Most songs you play a verse and a hook and you're out. So it's like with the new music, it's like people are looking at me like, hey, what new song is he gonna play today? Is he gonna play some new stuff I never heard before? Is he gonna play I've been consistent like that my whole DJ career. I feel like there's certain songs I love, and they're classics, but to me, if I hear it in a club, I'm like, that's corny. It's old. It's old for me. It's old to me. It just doesn't excite me. So how can I play something that doesn't excite me?
Yeah.
You know, so I have to feel the songs. I like the new songs that are out. I like everything that's going on with music. I don't think nothing's mumble rap. I don't think anything is cheesy. I don't think things are fake. I think everybody has their own art, and this is how they want to show it. And I think that if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, don't knock it. Just let it go. Keep it going and keep on moving.
So who's your favorite new artist that's out right now?
I mean, I like at a new artist. I mean, come on, you're from New York, you're from Brooklyn. How do you not like 6ix9ine? Like he might run his mouth and he's you know, he's talking a lot of smack.
He got robbed.
He did get robbed. I mean, it's materialistic stuff, man. He could buy 10 of those chains as long as he didn't get hurt and nobody really got hurt. That's just the thing that comes with being a rapper. You're a rapper. You're gonna get called. You might get robbed. Like it might be somebody you know. Like there's a lot of people that don't have money.
Most of the time, it's probably
somebody you know. Exactly. So, I mean, that doesn't take away from his music. His music he's been putting out is like different than what like, you know, people considering mumble rap. He's not doing that. He's raw New York style rap, and beats are banging, and he's talking.
What do you think of the tattoos on his face?
I mean, that's up to him, man. That's not me. That's when I get if I got a thing, I get a prosciutto on my face. I get like a whole Manhattan special, like here dripping down, like something. You know, that's not really my thing though. But you know, but like you know,
you think he's gonna regret that?
Roasted peppers, they'll be right here. But like, you know, hey, when he's older, he's the one that's gonna have that on his face. You know, it's not I don't have to live with that.
He'll get it removed.
Yeah, whatever it is. But like I said, it's cool right now. Looks cool on some of these artists, and they're like a coloring book, you know.
Yep.
So I'm with it. I'm not against it. I like it.
So how often are you spending making new music?
I try to get in the studio at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, whenever it's available now. When I had my own spot, we were there. We had a chance to be there every day. Now, when you don't have your own spot and you're relying on someone else's, you know, you have to fill in when you get an opportunity. And sometimes we get to use it for free. Sometimes we gotta pay for it. But whatever it is, like when we're there, we don't waste time. We make beats. I was just in L.A. like not this past weekend, the weekend before, and my boy Eli, shout out to Eli, he brick by brick, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I want you to meet this artist. I got to meet this kid. So I go out there and I meet this kid, Unknown. His name is Unknown, NFA Villa, my man. Young kid, 18 years old, from Wisconsin. So we started vibing. I met him, started vibing. I was in the apartment with him. I played a beat that me and Turbs cooked, and he started going off on the beat. I was like, holy shit, like, yo, this is exactly what I was what I was looking for. Like, I just can't believe how I just landed in L.A. Within an hour, I get picked up in the Porsche convertible. I got my arms burned on the way there. I had sunburn on my arms on the ride from the airport to the house, and we sat there, and the kid wrote the song right in front of me. And I got on FaceTime with Turbs. I was like, Turbs, look at this, bro. Look exactly what we were talking about in the studio. I just found it in L.A. on a whim. You know, like just being there, being out there, you know. Sujin told me, he's like, yo, just go out there, go meet people. Shout out to Scam and everybody. Like, Sujin was like, go out there, meet people. He's like, go to studio. Like, and it was right. He was right. You know, like, go out there. It was about doing some work. Because I did DJ at the Highlight. I did the Bruce Willis after party for his roast. That's coming out on Comedy Central. A lot of people say I look like Bruce Willis.
How was that?
It was cool. It was an after party, so it was kind of chill.
Was there a lot of celebs there?
I was up in the rafters, like, so I was looking down upon the party. So it kind of, I think there was some people there. I just don't know exactly who, but all I know, I was sweating up there.
Yeah.
It was hot. Did
you get to go to the roast?
No, and that was the thing. I thought I was supposed to be at the roast, so I ended up being at the after party. So I've been watching on TV because, you know, we all love Bruce and he's my uncle, and that's you know, that's how that goes. But yeah, it was dope. It was good to be out in LA. Shout out to Politic. He, you know, helped me down out there. We went to the studio with him. He introduced me to some dope producers he's working with. Like, everyone out there, everyone's on the move. Everybody's on the grind. We're all doing stuff. They're all doing things to make music and make shit go viral. And like, that's what it's about. It's about being busy. That's the new word. It's about being busy.
That's a new word?
Busy, yeah. Busy's the new word. Me and Terrence, because we be talking about, like, we talk about viral, right? Like, my left stroke just went viral, right? That's where it's from. But it's basically, if you're DJing at a spot where the crowd is still saying that, it's kind of a busy crowd, which could be a bad thing. could be like Vizzy kind of corny, right? But then also it could be Vizzy like viral, like yo, it's lit, like it's Vizzy, it's viral, it's going everywhere.
Who came up with this word? You did?
I think it was me and him kind of, and he might have even I might even give Terps credit on the Vizzy part, but we both kind of made that one up and just be in the studio because he used to send me snaps at his party like when the crowd was saying it and we would laugh about it. Not to disrespect any clubs or any crowds, but
#Vizzy.
It's Vizzy though.
So are you using that word Vizzy on your gram stories?
I just started using it today, actually, because I know this is going to be one of the highest rated episodes, like my man Takashi said when he went to the Breakfast Club. So everybody tuned in. You know what I'm saying?
So this is going to be Vizzy?
I'm hoping it goes Vizzy. What can I do to go Vizzy? Yo, hit me with a chair or something. Like, let's make this go Vizzy. How are we going to do it? Like, that's what it's about, man.
We're going to hit you with a pound of prosciutto.
Hit me with a loaf of bread. I'll be psyched right across the neck. I guarantee you will go viral. But the whole thing is that's what it's about nowadays. And I don't want to sound like I'm rambling and I'm talking a lot, but it's about going viral. And it's about being it's not the way we grew up in the game of hip hop and music. You know, everybody puts their groundwork in, everybody puts their mixtapes together, everybody does all these wild things, puts their time and effort, and it takes years, right? That's how I was raised, you know, in the game. I'm sure you guys could relate to that. But nowadays it's about going viral. And if you could go viral on one song, you're out of here, and you don't have to worry about all those mixtapes that you have to work on. Like, one thing could get you viral.
But do you think that, I mean, I personally think you still need to have talent, though.
Oh, no, absolutely. Listen,
You know?
there's millions of people that have
Like
this.
Cardi B, I mean, she kind of has some sort of talent,
They
right,
all-
with her
listen,
rapping.
So in order to do
you
it,
know?
you have to have talent. That's a
Yeah.
fact. You
Yep.
have to have talent. But now the talent with the Vizzy is going to make it lit.
Yes.
So you automatically have to be talented. That's without a doubt. But now it's about being viral and then making it to the Instagram pages that go crazy, and then you're all over the place. I've seen it happen with 6ix9ine. Like when he started, I remember we have a thing called Rap Chat Live. And shout out to everybody in Rap Chat Live tuned in right now. You know, we're about to make this podcast. We're trying to get it popping where we talk about rap. And this is what I want to do. Like I want to do it like what you guys do, but on a Rap Chat level, a bunch of DJs, a couple of people that really love music that aren't DJs, but they have their they have what their thoughts and about the music and stuff. So we want to get everybody's thoughts together. We have some crazy debates. Like it's insane. Like the chat, it's got like 20 of the biggest DJs pretty much in the club game, and a couple of it's about 18 people, about 14 DJs and 4 like friends that love rap music, and we just battle it out. Like there'll be guys like lately.
So what are some of the things that you guys
Like
go in
lately,
on?
like like off the top of my head, without me looking at my phone, because I look at we constantly debate about Drake. Like when Drake and Pusha T had their battle, there was people that had Drake's side, there was people that had that Pusha side. You had recently we talked about Drake having classic albums. Some old school heads say that he doesn't have a classic album. I'm not going to say who said it, but people say he didn't have a classic album, and I think that's wrong. I think he does have a classic album. I think Take Care was a classic. The first album he came out with after his mixtape has so many hit records on it. It's a classic. Like, that's his classic. You're going to look at that record in 20 years from now and say, Drake, that was a classic album. He changed music at that time. So we have constant arguments. Like, recently I had an argument about, not an argument, but I put out a question. I was like, if you had a chance to have 1 year in life for the rest of your life, would it be 86 or 88 for hip-hop? Most people say 88 because 88's a fly year. Like, that was 2 years after. Like, 86 was like the groundwork. It was when, you know, you had Eric B. as Prez. You had the MC Shan versus KRS-One. Like, that whole thing going on. You had Peter Piper was popping. The Beastie Boys were popping. Like, that was an era when that thing was. And then 88 is when hip-hop exploded. And it was like, you had, Microphone Fiend. You had Big Daddy Kane. You had NWA come on the scene. You had all these guys. Now the West Coast is getting involved. 88's lit. Like if I was 20 years old living in 88, I would have like gold rims on my BMW if I had the money. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fact. Like, so
You'd have the basket
88
spokes. bro.
Yeah.
was your pick.
Yeah, with like a Fila velour suit, like
Yeah.
in the middle of July.
Well, like an IROC Z.
Yeah, well, that was if you lived like in Bensonhurst. But if you lived uptown, you had a BMW with like the BBs,
560
with,
SEC.
yeah, with the BBs, with like Dapper Dan, like like that whole vibe. Like I feel like if I was alive at that, I was alive, but if I was older at that ever, I probably want to have a Mercedes-Benz iced out piece. Like that was definitely a fly time to be alive. Be honest with you, like in the clubs. I mean, we were alive, but like I was young. I was on my block with my little radio, bumping. Like, this is a journey into sound. Like, all that, like...
Paid in full.
Yeah, like, Public Enemy changed my life. Like, I remember playing that Public Enemy album. I was, like, in 7th, 8th grade, like... And it was like, yo, now they're talking about some shit. So, like, 86 was, like, kind of like... They were talking about partying, Brass Monkey, like, all the fun stuff of hip-hop, Like, and then also they were battling in the park, all that. But by 88... It was like, okay, we got a voice, we got a message.
Well, it was a little bit more matured at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like
lyrically,
yes.
everybody lyrically, the sound, the messages,
yes.
like everybody had things.
Production was tighter.
Production was getting tighter, and then and then that rode out for a little bit. So I've been just trying to piece together a timeline from when I was a kid till now, and figure out like what was some of the waves that happened throughout hip hop over those years, from 86 till 2018, or from 88 till 2000. 30 years of hip hop. It's a baby, It's still young, and it's still look where we're at now, where we are at now, and like how far it's come since then. What was some of your guys' favorite time frames for rap? Like,
I mean, I would think like when I started
94,
DJing,
95.
like 92 to like 96.
Who was your favorite artist in 92 that kind of like when, like I could tell you.
Well,
91.
Black Moon was
okay.
a big group for me.
So Black Moon, I'm going to tell you a story. Like Black Moon was 93 when it dropped. I was in Bishop Ford High School, and how many MCs must get dissed? I remember pumping that whole thing. Who got the props? All that. So that's coming. Now that's September, October. It's already rocking, right? But I'm going to tell you something right now. What happens? Wu-Tang Clan comes out.
Yeah, they came out.
And destroys and changes the whole world.
That was 93. 93,
93,
yep.
Destroys the whole world. Changed everything.
But there was so many good records dropping. Like you had like 93 till Infinity.
Well,
that was a huge record.
That was huge. And that was also, now you had like, I call it the hippie backpacker time, where it was like kind of Tribe. You had the Tribe Called Quest, Far Side, all those guys.
Yep.
You had Busta and
Rebirth the Slick.
But also don't forget,
Remember
you also had Gangstar, rest in peace, Guru, and shout out to Premier. You also had Gangstar, Just to Get a Rep, who was keeping it street, and that was 91.
Yep.
And also you had House of Pain, 91. You had Cypress Hill, How I Could Just Kill a Man. Like, so there was like gangster rap still going on in the early 90s, and then it was also mixed in with that kind of music too. And then I think in 93 it went straight back to the streets. And it was Wu-Tang Clan. And I'm gonna tell you another story really quick. About 6 months prior till this classic album being released, it was leaked, and everybody had a cassette tape of it. It was a 1-hour mix, and the record was Illmatic. And I remember having that in the late winter of 1993, and it came out I believe in April of 94. So we were listening to that all winter long, leading up until the album coming out finally in the spring.
Yep.
But we had it all winter. So it was kind of like, changing of the guards, I would say, and how like it was kind of our turn and like really like people that were our age doing it. And then before you know it, 94, you had Biggie.
Yep.
Greatest of all time. And to me, at least. And then 96.
And to think like...
In 96, you had Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So,
but his life, such a short-lived life. I mean, he was 24 or 25 when he left us.
Look at that. And he left us with he left us with what, 3 albums?
Yeah.
Pretty much. The first one and the double.
And
then they made a couple of ones after that. That was, whatever they did try to make some money for the fam, and that's cool. And I wish it was really, that should never happen, but we still got that legacy. We still got those 3 albums, and those are undeniable.
Ready to Die is one of the best albums.
Yeah.
3 classics. You can't even, 2 classics, double album I counted as 3, but 3 classics, start to finish, history, man. It's gone down in history, like. So, whatever. He left us with those gifts.
It's crazy, like Jay-Z. I remember Jay-Z, like performing at Expo. Like before he was like
he was
he popped off, and it was just like
that had to be like 1996.
Yeah,
95,
95, 96. And I'll never forget, like he performed. I forget what his big song was at the time, and yeah, it was just like
Can't Knock the Hustle.
yeah, one of those
Feeling
songs.
it.
Yeah,
I mean, The Reasonable Doubt, classic, another album. Like just we grew up in an era of classic albums. Like just everybody dropped classics that we really like. The real people like that knew the classics, and to compare albums today and say they're not classics because you weren't around then. Like, I mean, I just think that like there could be classics that are happening today, but are they as good as they were? We're always going to be biased because of we were born.
Yeah, but do you think a 20-year-old kid is listening to Ready to Die and thinking it's one of the best albums ever made?
No, I don't think so. I think that they will listen to it but they'll look at it like it's their dad's music. It's their dad's music. It's their parents' music. So it's like, when we were kids, we liked our parents' music. It was dope. But did we want to say that this is our music that's going to define us? So you have to respect that.
Let me ask you this: what albums that are coming out now, besides the Drake one that you mentioned, that you think you'll be listening to 15 years from now?
Like albums that are out now.
Yeah.
I mean, Pusha T, Kanye West. I love everything that those guys. That Kanye, I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on, but the man produced 5 albums, I believe, in a month, and like there's a lot of drama that went on during this whole thing, but in order for him to produce that many records at that short period, come on, man, like who's doing that? So I feel like, are they classics? I'm probably listening to them. Yeah,
I like Kanye's album.
Yeah, Kanye's album's dope. I mess with Kanye's album. I like the Kids See Ghosts is dope. I like all that, man. I think this is what's going on. Like you got to enjoy it. I mean, you got to enjoy that. You got to enjoy what music is being left to us because, not to bring it up, but like the rest in peace to XXX. It was unfortunate that his life got cut short, but he dropped so much music and left us with so much music that people, whatever his lifestyle was and things, I don't condone any of that, and I don't really want to speak on that. But I'm talking about the music itself. He's done.
He's got some great records.
He just has great records and he just knew how to make music, and he made music to make people feel a certain way, and he helped a lot of kids, that were facing certain things during their life. And isn't that what music is supposed to do, right? It's like it's supposed to inspire you. It's supposed to make you feel good. If you feel like you're not really doing well, mend your mind, and you might hear a song make you change your mind about feeling bad. And like he was able to do that with his fan base, and that itself is what like everyone's trying to do. You try to connect with a group of people, and you try to connect with them to a point where it's like these are my fans. They love me, and I love them back. So I think a lot of artists got to remember that you have to really cater to the people that are really love you and who want to support you, because those are the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to be there for you at the end.
So you got a busy schedule coming up, right? One Oak, Dubai. Where else you going? I know you're in Miami a lot.
I just was down in Miami. I was down at the basement. I gone to Wall. I was do Rockwell. Shout out to all my people down there in Miami. I did LA. I was out in Chicago. Did Bounce Chicago. What else? I've been just around the city doing some stuff, working on my album, like on days off, nights off. I'm excited.
So have things in New York City kind of slowed down because of budgets and stuff like that?
I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. I was telling you the truth, man. Friday night, I was in One Oak, and I DJed till 4:30. It was packed till 4:30. So that place is not doing bad.
There's no slowing down for One Oak.
I mean, if you could do that every Friday, you would, right?
Oh hell yeah, I should. Shit. No, but for real, I think that the nightlife in New York has changed. I'm not going to admit that it hasn't. It has changed, but we've also gotten older, so you can't expect it to be like it was when you were 30 or 25 years old. Like, there's new kids that are 20, 25 years old that are going out, and they're on a different wave. And if you're not on that wave, then don't party with them.
Yeah.
If you like to party with kids or you want to – pause. That was, real crazy. I retract that statement. So if you like to party with the young guys and girls of the world – and teens, not really teens because they're not allowed in the club, but 21-year-old kids that are out partying and getting drunk, they don't want to be, maybe they don't want to hang out with you, Grandpa. Don't be mad. They want to hang out with a young kid and get drunk with their own peers. That's how I felt when I was younger too. Right. So I respected the OGs. I still respect the OGs. I love fucking my favorite DJ is Kid Capri. Like I fuck with Kid Capri. I like Flex too. And I remember they just had a little battle thing that was going on. I thought that was great. Like I thought like, yo, let them battle, man. But I don't know who wanted to smoke. I don't know who wanted to smoke in that one. You know, Kid's lit.
Was that in rap chat?
Flex is lit too. Like,
was that a topic in rap chat?
I try to bring it up in rap chat. I don't think guys in rap chat really were really receptive to that one, but I would love to see it. I mean, I thought Kid Capri was saying some things that were really, you know, he said some things that were really truthful.
It kind of quiet down though. That whole beef, right?
because I mean,
they're friends to begin with.
Listen, I don't care what you. I mean, I know disrespect Flex, but like I would not want to battle Kid Capri. I don't want to battle anybody. I mean, I'm not a battle DJ, but like, we could talk.
Yeah.
I'll talk. I'll talk you. But you want to start scratching against Kid Capri on the mics in a room full of people but it also depends, like, with his crowds, whose fans are there. If it's all Kid Capri fans, of course they're gonna go crazy fans.
Yeah.
If it's all Flex fans, then they're all gonna go crazy. So it all depends on who your fans are.
I think they're both different style of DJs, you know. And
you know, the whole beef is kind of weird. Flex has been talking crazy on the radio forever.
Yeah, that's why he does. That's why we love him.
That's what he does.
That's you know, I mean, look, he's a brand, he's a personality. So
But why now? Why do you think is
Well,
he
I
frustrated? You think Kid Capri's frustrated?
No, I think Kid Capri he just wants to kick it, man. He's just like
guy does 100 dates a year.
He don't need it. He does more than that. I'm sure he does more than that. He does more than that. And he's out of town. He's all over the place doing stuff in multiple cities. He doesn't need to be in the radio. Like the radio, I feel like it's very subjective. It's very choosy who they have. Like it's not just anyone could be on one of these local radio stations. Like I never got an opportunity on any radio station anymore.
But it's also different now because who listens to the radio?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I do when I'm in my
People
car.
listen to radio in the car, but like honestly, I
listen to satellite radio.
I watch YouTube. I've been a big YouTube freak lately. I just watch all the shows on YouTube, and I do like a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I just watch all these morning shows and like the Breakfast Club and Hot 97 in the morning. Like I watch Ebro in the morning. I watch all these shows. I watch Joe Button's show. I watch Academics.
So
like I get a lot of.
How do you feel about them always talking about mumble rap on Hot 97?
I mean, I just feel like it's like if it's not. I don't think they diss mumble rap because they play it. I feel like it's just pick and choose who they want to pick on. That's how I look at it. It's not really like it's like
Joe Button picks on everybody.
Well, that's cool, but that's Joe Button. He's got the right to do that because look at the his rap record. Like he's a rapper, bro. He'll battle you and body you. Like he could talk like that if he wants. Battle him. That's what I say. Somebody told me like, oh, nobody on the West Coast respects Kid Capri. I'm like, go ahead, battle him. If you're talking for all the DJs on the West Coast, which other DJs from the West Coast hit me back and be like, yo, we love Kid Capri. You're telling me that nobody respects him. I'm like, go ahead, you battle him. And he's like, oh, I'm not a battle DJ. All right, well then don't talk. So that's how I look at it. I'm not even being to be a jerk, but I'm just like, you know, like, don't speak for everyone. Speak for yourself. And that's it. But I think music is popping right now. It's everywhere. It's easy to put online. It's easy to get out. It's easy to produce. It's easy to DJ. It's easier to do a lot of things. And we used to carry records, Mike, you know, crates and crates of records to clubs. Kids are pulling up with thumb drives now. One thumb drive link system. They got everything they need. And they walk out without a backpack.
Yep.
So, I mean, you walked in tonight and we had 1200s set up for you and you were like, put the CDJs up. What was that all about?
I might get some smoke. I might get some smoke for this one, but I just think, honestly, I think that I think
you put the 1200s in the box at home.
I got them still I got them in the crate. I got really no place to put them. I want to get a nice little controller for the house.
You want to sell them?
I want to get the new that Pioneer DZ3 or whatever.
You want the DDJ SZ2.
SC3. They have the new one. Fef,
Yes,
shout out to my man Fef for putting me on. Knuckleman, D-Nib, JoJo, Polio, the whole crew, Salad G, shit, Najee, Mike Guns, like my whole crew. I got to shout them out. You know, who else we got here? We got little G's in the building. I think I heard him giggling. You know, the G-Man is in the building. Who's that over there? I can't even see this. Can't really see because the lights is lit. But Vic is in the building. Oh, what up, Vic? You know what I'm saying? Everybody here. So, like, yeah, my turntables.
Joe Savasio in the building?
Is that Joey? Is that Joey? Oh, what up, Jay? We're going for Korean barbecue after this. My man took him for the first Korean barbecue. He ate a whole pig. He ate the whole cow. I was like, Joe, you killing. He's like, bro, this is amazing.
Where'd you take him?
We went up to with me, Johnny, and Johnny Lennon and Anthony Chino. We go up to we took him up to Miss Korea Town, I think, or Miss Miss Korea. It's on K-Town, but we go up there.
You guys sang karaoke,
Bro,
too?
we sang Happy Birthday to Anthony they at 5:30 in the morning on a Monday morning. It was Anthony Vinay's birthday. They brought out a fried kimchi birthday cake. And the lights start going on in the club, and the whole staff comes down and sings happy birthday to him. He was trash. Chino got the cake and smashed him with a whole cake of kimchi, greasy all over his face. I don't know how Anthony didn't kill him, but Anthony was very, very kind to Chino. I think he's just waiting for Chino's birthday.
You didn't
Chino's
have that on
body.
video?
Oh, we got video. I got video of that.
This guy has video of
I got video. You gotta see the massacre. They hit him with the cakes in the party. That was even more crazy. And Gold Bar, like Gold Bar's another place that been around for 10 years. Is classic.
So we're taking some questions on Facebook Live. If anybody has a question,
who wants to
DJ
talk?
Sinatra.
Ask me something,
Yeah,
man.
if anybody has a question.
Is anybody even watching this? Hold on. Anybody even watching this?
No, we got some people tuned
We got like
in.
4 people in there. Like 4 of them is in the building right now. I know I got a couple people at home watching. Holla at me. Nikki Bass, where you at, Funkadelic? Ask me something.
So they Marty Rock likes the sunglasses.
Yo, what up, Marty Rock? I see you, bro.
Shouting out the sunglasses.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Marty Rock, this is how you got to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got the bright lights in here, you know, but you got to keep it fly. See, I got my Japanese shit on. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even see my pants. I got purple pants on. Like, Ferris Bueller hooked me up. He's like, yo, bro, you got to go get this shit. I went to the store. I said, Virgil was up in here. All these motherfuckers is up in here. I was like, yo, I need to take those in all the colors you have. And I was a fiend. I went back and I bought like 4 pairs of pants.
Where'd you buy these?
I can't disclose the name of the place because there'd be a lot of haters out there try to copy me and my man Ferris and Virgil. You know, but
Well,
nah.
I'm glad we can't see these pants
Nah,
on the camera.
I'll show them later. I'm gonna show them later. Don't worry, I'm gonna show them later. But yeah, man, the fashion in Tokyo was lit. I would just walk around by myself. I actually camped out of a store one time because every time I went into the store, they never had my size, bro.
All right, so we have a question.
Go ahead.
Andres Puerta.
Oh, what's up, Andre?
He wants to know what's your favorite venue you've played at.
In the world, this is gonna be a tough one, but I would have to say one of the illest venues a DJ could play at, honestly, is Live in Miami. Live in Miami is such a gigantic room. I'm a little annoyed that I haven't been there yet. I'm about to call some people over there, but I was one of the last DJs the last weekend before they did the reconstruction last summer, and then I haven't been back. Well, I was away for 6 months, but Live is definitely one of the illest places in the world to DJ. I mean, One Oak, any which one of them is good. Marquee in New York is also a dope vibe. Like I like the big rooms. Vegas clubs, you know, could always give you that energy.
Right.
Gold Bar, of course, you know, that's my home away from home. Like, I have an open door policy. If I want to just walk in there and make a drink, I could do that. You know, like, the love there is going on for over 10 years, and I would do anything for them, and they would do anything for me. That's undoubtedly without a question.
So they're saying that they want you to bring back the fedora.
You want me to bring the fedora could come back. I'd be honest with you, but you know what it was?
You haven't been rocking them?
Nah, you know what it was, man? Because there was so many. I'm not saying I created the fedora because there's a lot of, you know, Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. Like, he was the fedora man. Like, he was the guy that Run DMC. They rocked the fedora, you know. But then, like, you know, it was a period I had it rocking, and then I started seeing a lot of people.
What year did you start rocking the fedora?
I would say probably 2011 or 10 or 11.
No way.
Yeah, facts.
Earlier than that.
Nah, it was, I mean, maybe 09. It had to be 09. Oh, it had to be 09. It had to be. And I remember just...
It was 09.
It was 09. I remember just telling me, he's like, yo, you should wear that fedora for 1 year straight. And he told me that, and I'll never forget. Shout out to Jusky. He told me, that, yo, you should wear that fedora 1 year, a whole year straight, every day. I wear hats since I'm like 8 years old, every day. Like, you ain't never seen none of my hat. The 3 places I don't wear a hat: funerals, weddings, and Don Pepe's. That's it. Because you're not allowed to wear it in Don Pepe's. Don Pepe's, no tank tops, no hats, no strollers.
Or if you go before a judge, you can't wear a hat.
Right, that too. But I hope, you know, I ain't never been locked up like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been curving the authorities. You know? I've been curving the authorities. Who else out there? What we doing, man? Talk to me. I got my sunglasses on.
We got another question here.
What's popping?
Marty Rock. He's asking, when you go to spin out of town, what's your way of thinking? They booked me to bring New York City here, or I'm going to play some joints from this city or country or whatever.
I'll tell you the truth. I do my thing that I do everywhere. don't change. I might play whatever. I'll try to figure out if I'm in a city I'm at, what's the hottest record. But to be honest, if that's the hottest record in that city, why wouldn't I play it in New York? Or why wouldn't I play it in Miami? Or why wouldn't I play it in LA or Chicago? Like, it's a hot record. Do I cater, like sometimes in Vegas, I'll cater to the West Coast? Yeah, I'll do that.
Of course.
You know, because you know that there's a whole fucking motherfuckers, there's a bunch of West Coast motherfuckers there that when you drop Dre, it's a wrap. You got them in the palm of your hand. You drop too short, the Bay Area is going to go crazy. Like, so you got to know where you're at and what you're doing. But I basically want to bring New York to wherever I go. And to just shout out Jesse Marco when he tried to play me one time, because I played Hot Boy by Bobby Shmurda when it first came out in Vegas. I played it like 5 times in a row, and they all looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, bro, this is what's popping. And the next years, what happened in Vegas? It turned hip-hop. I'm sorry. I was the first one to do it. I ain't going to say it. I ain't taking that back. And Jesse, stop trying to play me with that. No, I'm just kidding, man. Shout out to Jesse Marco. So, yeah, but Rap Chat Live, trying to get that popping. The album, trying to get popping.
This might be the longest interview we ever did.
Yeah.
Really?
No, this is good. We've also got somebody wants to book you to play at the 29ers playoffs game.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I could do that. Just, get my manager.
Danny Mendez. Shout out
D-Boy?
to Danny.
D-Boy, will you lock me when I'm riding? And I show you my PBA card. I made a whole remix to In My Feelings to D-Boy. D-Boy, will you lock me when I'm riding? And I give you my PBA card. Yo, shout out to the whole 29er family. You know what I mean? Shout out to Knuckle Man. Shout out to V-Rap. Shout out to Wolverine, man. Shout out to my parents. They put up with my shit. My parents, my aunts, my uncles. Everybody, man. It's crazy.
So last time we had you on the show, you had some performances.
Yeah, man. This is still my homies.
Yeah,
Still the homies. I have performers. I try to have a lit. Shout out to Cubs, Zach.
What's up with Daytona? You still working with him?
Yo, Daytona, man.
He got a lit record right now.
He is popping. Daytona is popping, and Mitty is popping. And Turbs and Dalton and Goots produced this fucking song called Litcoin that has been going off in the club. And I'm just like happy to be like part of the movement. Shout out to Reach. Reach fucking, waving the flag in the club every night. We're waving the flag in the club every night. Like it takes a whole city to really get a song moving. And if once we get every DJ on board and the song is obviously a hit, it's going to spread.
Is the record working everywhere else you're playing?
Everywhere. Now I'm noticing people make a sound as soon as they hear the beginning, because they knew as soon as that song starts that song's a hit. They're like, that's the hit song. That they're like, no. There's just, they haven't put a video out yet, and there's some things happening with that. So yeah, no, Daytona's doing wonderful. Shout out to Harry Fraud. Shout out to Jay Critch.
We got
Rich the Kid. Like, I've been just messing with a whole bunch of artists, talking to people online, and like just trying to connect with everyone.
We got another question for you.
Let's go, and then we get into
coming
some music.
from Andrea Mancuso. Who would you want to DJ your special events, the highlights of your life?
Oh shit, I have a lot of highlights. Even Siri knew. What DJ would I want to DJ?
Your highlights of your life.
Highlights. Shit, I have to be Kid Capri, right? Kid Capri. And he's half Italian too. So I really like that fact that he's half Italian. I want to go have spaghetti and a prosciutto sandwich with Kid Capri one day. So Kid, if you're watching, hit me up. Come down to the neighborhood. I'll show you a couple of spots.
Where would you take?
I would take him first. I'd take him down to Fernando's, give him a potato pinel special. I said, listen, cuz you get the special with the Manhattan special from the fountain.
Triple special.
Yeah, it's all special. You get the special. Then I would go to Caputo's and get a prosciutto mozzarella sandwich, because that's my go-to prosciutto.
That's your go-to spot for a sandwich?
Yeah, well, in the neighborhood. Then I also got my boys that got Regina's Grocery, which is my man Julian and Roman that got spots popping in Williamsburg in the city, so I have to go check out them.
They
guys.
definitely make a good sandwich.
Yeah, you know what I'm
do.
saying? In LA, my boy Paulie got the sandwich shop. So like my friends have got sandwich places, things are going on. But Kid Capri, we're gonna go.
What about pizza? Where would you go for pizza?
Oh man, come on, you know that. It's gotta go see my man Mark and Luke Cali.
All right.
But also I'll go up the block to see Mola and get a slice from Nikki, and that shit is good too.
What about the Fonties?
Well, the Fonties, I got the shirt.
Oh, you got a shirt.
Shout out to Nicky DeFonte. He one day I went in there for a sandwich. I've been going to get sandwiches from him for since I'm a kid with my dad. With Sloppy Nicks. So one day I went in there. I ordered my sandwich and he hands me another bag. I was like, oh shit, what's in the bag? I opened the bag. It was the T-shirt.
Nobody got a T-shirt.
Nobody got a T-shirt. I got the T-shirt. So shout out to Nicky DeFonte. He got me the shirt. I put that shit on my Instagram. I told his
You should've
daughter.
wore it tonight.
I told his daughter, Joe.
Nobody better.
I was like, yo,
Nobody
I
better.
got the shirt, man. Nicky DeFonte with all the shit on the back. Man, this neighborhood's the best. I'll be honest with you. Like, growing up in Brooklyn, there's no comparing it to anywhere else. I mean, I would never change anything that's happened in my life up to this point, except for some things I made some mistakes. But I guess everybody, goes through life making some sort of mistake. It's how you rebound from it and how you could recover and make something else happen, So that's what we're doing.
So we're gonna play some music.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. Get Sinatra up on the set.
Function House, be lit. We'll play some music.